everyone, welcome to Teaching Natural. My name's Dare. I'm a 7th year high school English teacher in SoCal or Southern California. And today's video is all about how I budget for the month. It is the month of August. The first thing I do when I get my paycheck is budget everything out. So first we have credit cards. I have my Chase credit card and I have my Synchrony. Synchrony is what I use to purchase my mattress. So the current balance is $1,624.83. This is my credit card with the highest balance. The interest rate is 0% until March 2026, so I don't really have to worry about paying this off super fast, but I am going to make sure that I get it paid quickly. The minimum payment due is $127. So, in the minimum, $177. And I always put more towards the balance than just the minimum, but I do keep track of my minimums. That way, if something comes up, I'm making sure that I'm always paying the minimum, and then whatever leftover I have, I'm always putting that towards additional. So this month I'm going to put $50 additional, or a total of $177 that I'm going to put towards this credit card. My Chase credit card is at 0 because I always pay my Chase card off at the end of the month. That way I'm always getting the benefits and I never have to pay interest. And since it is zero, my Chase card does have the highest interest rate. It's at 29%, but again, I always pay it off at the end of the month. That way I never pay interest on it. But I do want to remember that it has the highest interest rate. So I keep ADT, LifeLock, or Life Alert on here. It is $22.99. And then I keep my internet, and that is $93.81. I keep Netflix on this, and my Netflix is $15.94. Disney Plus, I have the Disney bundle, so that is $18.99. And then this month, I have my Norton LifeLock subscription renews. So that is something I had to budget in for this month, and that is $134.99. Okay, so keeping all that there. So $22.99 plus $18.99. I guess I should have gone in order, but that was the number I remembered first. $93.81, $15.49, and $134.99. Okay, my total bill for Chase is $286.27. Now, at the time I'm filming it, it is August 1st. I actually get paid at the end of every month, so I just got my paycheck July 29th. So some of these bills have already started coming out because it is the 1st. And so when I pay a bill, I just write paid next to it, and that makes me keep track. So I don't wait until my statement. I just pay it off as soon as the charge hits my card because I already have the money in my account. So I know I paid ADT already, and I paid Synchrony. So with my student loan, my goal is to have my student loan paid off by the time I turn 32. So that will be 2026. I'm going to have my student loan paid off. I'm going to do a separate video about my debt confession, but my student loan started off at $31,000 and some change. I am now at $27,000 and some change as I've been paying it off. So I always calculate my minimum student loan payment, which is $334.47, This month, I'm able to put an extra $150 towards my student loan. And when I do my debt confession, I probably go in a little bit more in depth. But because I am on public student loan forgiveness program, any payment that I make that's $334.47 gets counted towards the 120 payments I need. So I am working on building up to separate payments, as many as I can make of this amount. That way I am more quickly paying down my loan for loan forgiveness, and or I will have paid off the entire amount. But I am breaking it into multiple payments so that when I do hit that magic number, it will start counting as double payments and triple payments. Okay, so now that's everything that comes out on a credit card that I have to pay interest on. These expenses are things that come out of my checking account. So for my rent and utilities, that is $2,531.37 this month. Then groceries, I am putting $400 towards groceries this month. Gas for Emmett, my car, is $150. Let's see. Gas for like my oven and electric this month was $76.87. It was super low because I was traveling for most of the month of July, so I was not using my own electricity and I wasn't cooking at home. So thank goodness it is lower. My car insurance this month is $135.90. It did go up this year, so I had to fit that into my budget. My month ahead fund, I'm going to put $160 there because month ahead is to make sure that I have all of my essentials saved. That way, if for whatever reason something happens to me, I'm always a month ahead of my bills. I already have 1 month ahead saved, so I have about $3,800 in the bank that's just sitting in a high yield savings account gathering interest for me. My goal this year is to get that emergency fund or get that month ahead fund up to $6,000. That will be almost 2 full months of bill money saved. My emergency fund, which is $1,000, I don't need to put anything towards that because I have that $1,000 saved in case any emergency pops up. That is not something that's already saved for in my month ahead fund. My sinking funds, I'm going to put $50 this month because it is my dad's birthday, so I do want to save to be able to get him a gift. This month, because my rental contract renewed, I need to pay my renter's insurance. And that is still $292. My Costco membership also renews this month. So that is $60. My Amazon subscription also renews this month, Prime. So that's $151.16. So many subscriptions renew this month, but it's cool because we already know we budget for this. My nails, I actually had money left over from last paycheck, so I only need to put $13 towards my nails. Let's see. Additional shopping. I'm going to give myself $50 to have a little fun. My European Wax Center, I've already done the wax passes, so I need just $10 for my tip for my esthetician. And then it is back to school season, so I already knew that I was going to need to get some things. I'm going to have a whole video coming of my classroom wardrobe, things that I buy, classroom wardrobe, my back to school wardrobe, and then the classroom things I'm going to buy. So I'm going to give myself, I had some money left over. I'm going to give myself $338 for back to school teacher shit. Okay, So let's total that up. 2,531, 37. Double check my numbers yet. Plus 400, plus 150, 76, 87, 135.90, 160, 50, 292, 60. This is so weird to be doing with my left hand, but whatever. For the aesthetic, 13, 50, 10, and 338 comes up to 4,418 and 30 cents. Okay, so this is everything that's going to come out of my bills account or my cash wallet account. So the total amount of money that I was paid this month, $5,376.05. Okay, so now my total bills and expenses. So we have this number here plus the $286.27 from my Chase card plus the $177 from Synchrony and my 2 student loan payments that I'm making this month. Why does that feel a little off? Okay, well, we'll redo the math. $5,366.04. Okay, let's double check my math, maybe make sure everything is exactly where it needs to be. And I just always double check my math because we do not want to make an error and then accidentally miscount all of our money. Even if I did, that's what my emergency fund and my month ahead fund are for. That math is correct. Okay, so now that I've double checked my math, made sure that I'm all good. Oh, nope. We're going to take the total in my checking account minus the total of my bills. And that gives me, I have $10 left over. Okay. So I am kind of a zero-based budgeter, but I also, it's okay if there's a remainder. It just means I'll put the money somewhere else or I'll just leave it in there for my checking account. Let's see. I have paid my rent that came out this morning. Those utilities. I got my nails done, so paid. I also got my wax done, so this is paid. Okay. So, cash wallet. This is, if you are a cash stuffer or envelopes or something like that, I do all of mine digital. I just have a separate checking account for my cash wallet. So what goes in my cash wallet are groceries. Amazon comes out of my cash wallet, so that's going to go in there. Of course, my nails, my shopping, teacher shopping, all of those are things that will go in my cash wallet because they are not bills. Okay, so let's total up my cash wallet. 400, Amazon, shopping, nails, and teacher shit. Make sure all that's good. Yep, okay, so in my cash wallet is going $952.16. So that will get transferred. Gas for Emmett, that is a separate checking account. Month ahead, I'm going to go ahead and put $169 in there. So I'll tell myself $9 to month ahead. So we'll just add that in, and then I'll just leave that last $1 in there. My emergency fund, nothing is getting transferred there. To my dad, that $50 so that I can buy his birthday gift. Okay, got all this. Off screen, obviously, I just transferred this. I want to write that down. That way I know that I transferred it. I did transfer this, so write that down so I know that I transferred it. Transfer this. And we did transfer this. Oh. Okay, so that is how I plan out my monthly expenses. I'll make a separate video of how I track my spending over the month. That way I'm making sure that I am not going over the totals that I budgeted. Or if I do go over the totals, that just means I take money from somewhere else that I don't have as much money to spend on teaching stuff, or like not as much for shopping, whatever. So I'll make a separate video on that. But here are my August expenses, and I will see you next month for September. In the meantime and in between time, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.